question for today is, can friendships survive silence? My answer is yes and no, and let me reason them out first. Let's first reason out the no. I answered no to this because, on the surface level only, to this question. Let's go deeper later on, but my reason to why I answered no is because I have never had a situation wherein me and my bestest friend in the whole world, even just like normal friends, we're not laughing. We're not where we're not talking, we're not laughing our asses off, and we're not chill. Because that's probably like depending on the personality type of you and your best friend. But me, I think I'm kind of like the loud one. Asking, there's like the loud one and the silent one, right? That's like the extrovert, introvert. But introverts can be loud when they're comfortable already. But I'm saying this on a general term, that I think I'm the loud one, like the talkative type in any relationships. Probably except the formal ones, that student teacher relationship, that kind of like I'm the kind one, of course. But in a platonic level, where you're friends, I would not be the one who's always listening. I think I would always be the one who's constantly yapping and blabbering. But that's just like on a personality. Like, it really depends on you. But I think I'm that. So I don't think I can survive a friendship that is so silent, when we're not exchanging our own jokes and ideas on a surface level. Okay, so my answer is no. But let's go deeper now. Why I'm answering yes, that friendships can survive silence. Because in my experience, me and my bestest friend only talk like once a year now, after elementary school and first 2 years of the pandemic. We were always talking until that time because we had to go our own ways. She was in a different class, I was in a different class, and then as we went up, she was in a different school and I'm in a different school, and we only talk through chat at least like once in 3 months, and we only see each other like once or twice a year. And then in between those, our meetups, we don't really talk. Like, it's just silent. Not even like interactions through chat. I'm guessing like maybe reactions in our posts or on Instagram or maybe Facebook if we do post anything. But aside from that, there's not really like a very loud situation yet. However, we've been friends for like how many years? For like 6 years now. And then we've gone through that change for like 4 years. But recently I met up with her again. And it's still the same, the vibe is still the same, even like our jokes. And we know how to like connect with each other, even in that months and years of silent moments. So yes, I think friendships can last even in silent times. Because not all the time you're gonna be with just one person in your life. I understand if it's like the romantic aspect, because when you're in romance, I think you're always gonna be with that person, in every aspect in your life. If this was like every aspect in your life, it will be like ballooned or umbrellaed by the romantic partner. They will also know every part or aspect of you. I guess that's just the thing. I don't know. I'm not really knowledgeable in that field, but that's just what I think or what I've seen. So I think when in friendship, it doesn't really cover everything in your life, on like religiously, or like you're not responsible for your friend's life, right? You have that choice of taking care of them when they're in need. You always have that choice. As compared to being a romantic partner, especially when you're married or when you're legally together already, you're gonna have responsibilities towards that person. However, in a friendship level, you have that choice. But when you do choose to help that person, even during the silent moments of your lives, doesn't that mean that your friendship is actually solid and bonded? But that's just what I think. Even in silent times, even at the moments where you have to just reminisce the memories that you have together, because you can't be physically or even digitally be connected because you have your own lives. I think that is a sense of making that friendship alive still in your own memories, in your own feelings, that even if they're away, you're not talking actively anymore. When you have those memories reminiscing in you and it makes you happy, doesn't the friendship mean that doesn't that kind of scenario mean that your friendship is still alive? I think that's the case for me. I do think that my friendship with my girlies, my girly pops, is still very much alive, even though we're in the silent moments again because we have our own lives. Because I feel happy whenever I remember those. I think friendship lasts, friendship survives even at the times. Hold on. Someone came in. But yes, as I was talking about, even in the silent times where me and my best friend or other friends aren't talking, I think it still lasts. It survives because we have a different kind of connection where we understand that we have our own capabilities or our own responsibilities and we have our own paces in growing, and sometimes maybe our values doesn't align, so we have to separate ways for a while to continue growing by ourselves. And when we meet again, it feels very nice that you see the other person that you adore on a platonic level flourishing on their own, that they have their own lives. The idea that they're also living a completely different life than yours is very intriguing. It's very heartwarming to know that they're striving on your own, you're striving on your own, but when you're gonna meet again together, you're still the same person that you have always known, you have always enjoyed being with. And I think that's how friendships or relationships last. Really, it's not really about being physically together all the time, or the time that you've spent together. Like, it doesn't really matter if you only know each other for a few years or even if it's a really long duration. I don't think that is the biggest factor of them all when it comes to relationships to last. I think it's really about the connection that you have with that person and the memories that you've made. So yeah, to answer easily yes and no, yes, so you can both grow because of the memories that you can resonate with, and no, because you never really have a time with your best friend wherein you're just silent together, you're not goofing around. So yeah, that's my answer to today's question. Thank you, and sorry for the interruption because someone came in. Thank you. Bye.